Okay, Kitty, let's go.
I hope I don't lose the camera. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I lost my bikini instead.
Hey, welcome to Caribbean. I am on a virgin voyage right now, heading towards some of the world's most beautiful vacation spots. Test out the Insta360 X3 right here, the waterproof ability, and show you some creative shot idea. If you are like me, let's dive into the ocean with a 360 camera. This is the video for you. Sadly, most of the reviewers just read you the spec of the X3. It is waterproof within 10 meters, but this does not answer the question, can it be used underwater, especially salty sea water? What is the consequences when you use your X3 in the sea water? And I will teach you some creative shot you can do with the X3 underwater feature that help you stand out on your social media. Spoiler alert, your camera might behave differently after you dunk your camera into the sea water. The concern area is right here. See, the battery handle right here. My unit lost its ability to push the battery in. I have to manually lower the handle like so to push the battery back in. The camera still functions as normal and should normally, but I might need a battery replacement pretty soon. So my advice to you is to wait for the underwater housing before you dive in with your brand new X3. Let's take a look at some underwater shot together now. Underwater is the reason lots of us upgrade to the X3. It provides 4K 60 frames in 360 mode, which is key for any underwater 360 video. As you see my popular underwater 360 video here, swimming with the rail short, X2 only reach 4K in 50 frames per second. So we end up AI up frame rate and AI upscale the whole video to reach 8K 60 frames per second. Since it's very hard to control your movement underwater, so all underwater video is shot in slow motion. Having 60 frames per second is the key, and X3 gives us that. Waterproof does not mean you can use the X3 underwater. As you see Kitty diving into the Mediterranean Sea here with the naked X3, half of her body got cut off. So it is not useful at all in underwater 360 video. For reframe 360 video, you will need to make sure one of the lens is facing the subject. If not, they will be seriously cut off, like what you see right here. So technically, you get a roughly 170 degrees camera underwater. It does capture beautiful shot within that 170 degree though. The clarity and dynamic range are significantly improved in the X3 compared to X2. You can watch this comparison video here to understand better why X3 is so much better than X2 in terms of image quality. Another great feature is AquaVision 2.0. It is like having an underwater red filter to help removing that ugly green, resulting in a more natural looking image as you see right here. Kitty's skin tone is correct and her red hair is showing beautifully underwater. It is a very impressive feature, that's why I would choose Insta360 camera for underwater 360 instead of GoPro Max. So the good news is X3 is sea water up to 10 meters. We cannot technically hold the camera under 10 meters to test, but our good friend Jonathan here does dive into the ocean past 10 meters and the camera is fine. But after that, I noticed the locking mechanism of the battery is kind of stopped working. I can no longer push the battery, as you see right here, into the camera to lock. I will have to hold the boat lock area and push the camera battery into it. and manually lock them, also right here as well. So very important for your second time dive into the ocean water. See, I can't even get it in right now. Manually lock those and make sure the orange part is not showing before you dive into the ocean sea water. If not, your camera will be destroyed. There is some work need to be improved here in the locking mechanism. Luckily, this is just the battery. I can just buy a brand new battery after my sea adventure and to fix that issue. Or keep one battery for underwater use and the other one for all the other usage. Now, if you plan to use the X3 in the ocean without dive case, let's talk about things you need to know to get the best footage. First, you will need an ocean waterproof invisible selfie stick. Sadly, it's not your standard Insta360 or the 3-meter long pole. They all will be corrupted by salty sea water. You need a pole you can wash it after each ocean use, preferably made with high quality carbon fiber. The 3-meter pole I chose is the 270 Pro Backpack S right here, as you see. This is the latest version. You can open the back here, show you right here. See, and then you can wash it with the clean water to get rid of all the seawater that will potentially destroy the internal of your pole. I will also run clean water on the X3 to wash out the ocean water to protect the camera as well. The other reason why you want a 3-meter pole underwater is to keep the best distance between your camera and your subject. So you will be within that 170-degree capture degree. Also, you can be close to the sea animal without scaring them away. Second, set to 4K 60 frames per second standard 360 video mode, unless you are very good swimmer and can keep your hand stable when swimming. Third, lock your big LED screen right here before going into the water to prevent accidentally touching the LED screen and changing your setting. Number 4, make sure you have a safety cable tied into your wrist, like I have right here at the bottom of your selfie stick, so you don't accidentally lose your camera. The 270 Pro actually come with that as well, so it's really great added feature. I usually shoot at auto exposure, but if the ocean is too dark, you might want to go manual and set the shutter speed above 1/120 to avoid unnecessary motion blur. Okay, now let's talk about some creative shot with the X3. One of my favorite is actually by Stephen Donovan. He throws the 360 camera into the water with the diver, which create a very interesting shot. I will direct you to his Instagram as this is his techniques. Nothing special here, just throw your camera into the seawater. I'm not doing here because I would not be able to get the camera back because I'm on a boat. The one I like to use personally is the water transition shot, as I showcasing on my recent Instagram post. Making good transition is the strength of a waterproof 360 camera. All you have to do is to dunk your camera into the water to create a splash. And then the second clip you see right here, move the camera out of the water to create a review shot. In post, you just cut these two clips together so it looks like Kitty is jumped into the water portal. Very cool. You can also add a 180-degree rotation spin to spice things up to make the transition even more dynamic and interesting, as you see right here. The third one I like to use is above water shot. I call it water planet. As you see Kitty right here, she's laying down in the middle of the ocean and point the X3 camera straight up, look like a drone floating on top of her. Very easy to do and look really cool on social media. I hope you enjoyed this Insta360 X3 underwater review video. In my opinion, X3 only shine with underwater housing. At time of recording, it is not officially out yet, but when it is out, I will be reviewing it for you. X2 underwater housing is amazing, and I am sure X3 will be even better. Unfortunately, you cannot really use the old X2 housing for X3, so you have to wait. So don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, and hit the notification bell for that review video coming up, and more tips and tricks with your X3 in a practical filming environment. And I will see you next time.